With the third pick, the Memphis Grizzlies took Cameron Boozer, the Duke forward who just won National Player of the Year as a freshman, and he might be landing in the perfect spot. Memphis already traded Jaren Jackson Jr., there's loud smoke around a Ja Morant move, and this team is tearing it down to the studs. So the question today, how does Cameron Boozer fit with the Grizzlies? Let's break it down. Here's the plan. First, who he is as a player, then the historic college production, then his ceiling and floor, which is a different conversation than most prospects, and finally how he fits a Memphis team that is clearly hitting the reset button. The stats are verified, the projections are mine, and the Ja Morant situation is, for now, a rumor. Let's start with the player. This is Game is Culture. Quick thing before we dig in. If you like prospects broken down with real data instead of hype, subscribe. It's free and it helps a ton. Now, the player. First, the player. Map his game and you see the most complete forward in the class. Elite rebounding, efficient scoring, real three-point shooting for a big, and high-level passing and feel. The defense is solid and the motor never stops. The one-spoke scout's debate is explosiveness. He wins with skill, strength, and IQ more than pure bounce. This is a polished, plug-and-play forward with almost no holes. In plain terms, here's what he is. A 6'9", 250-pound forward who scores efficiently inside and out, rebounds like a vacuum, and passes like a point forward. He's the son of an NBA champion, with the polish and basketball IQ to match. Scouts call him the safest prospect in years. What he is simply is ready, the rare freshman who could start and produce on day one. Now the college tape. The freshman year at Duke was one of the best in recent memory. 22.5 points, over 10 rebounds, and 4 assists a game, on a ridiculous 56% from the field. He didn't just play well, he won National Player of the Year, ACC Player of the Year, and Rookie of the Year, all as a freshman. This isn't a projection bet. The production is already elite and historically rare. Map the scoring, and the word that jumps out is efficient. He dominates at the rim, finishes through contact, and cleans the glass for putbacks. But the modern wrinkle is the jumper. He hit 39% from 3, which for a big man is a genuine weapon. A forward who scores efficiently inside and stretches the floor outside is exactly the profile every modern offense wants. There's no obvious hole to scheme against. So here's the twist on the swing skill. With Boozer, it isn't about the floor, it's about the ceiling. The floor is unusually safe. He is almost certainly going to be a good NBA starter. The open question is how high it goes, and that comes down to one thing: explosiveness against bigger, longer NBA athletes. If his skill and strength translate cleanly, he's an all-star. If the athleticism caps him, he's still a really good player, just not a superstar. So how high and how low? Let's be honest about the range and notice how it's shaped. The floor isn't a bust, it's a rock-solid double-double starter who helps any team, maybe the safest floor in the draft. The ceiling is a perennial all-star, a two-way offensive hub you run an offense through. Same prospect, and unlike most lottery picks, the downside here is you got a really good player. That safety is a huge part of his value. If you want a comp, think a polished, score and pass forward in the Paolo Banchero or Julius Randle family, a big who can be the offensive hub of a good team. That's my comp, not a promise, but it frames the bet. The talent and the feel are real, and the floor is rock solid. The only question is whether the very top-end superstar gear is there, and that's a wonderful problem to have at pick 3. Now the part that matters, the fit. Now look at the situation he's walking into, because the timing is almost too perfect. Memphis just traded Jaren Jackson Jr., which opened a glaring hole at power forward, the exact position Boozer plays. There's heavy smoke around a Ja Morant trade too, and the team has stockpiled a mountain of draft picks. This is a full rebuild looking for a foundation. Boozer doesn't just fill a roster spot, he's a cornerstone to build the whole thing around. Put the need next to the player, and it's about as clean as it gets. Memphis needed a power forward and a young cornerstone to anchor a rebuild, and a player safe enough to bet a franchise on. Boozer is all three. His shooting spaces the floor next to Zach Edey in the middle, his passing makes the young pieces better, and his polish means he can lead now while the picks develop around him. This is a need and a player meeting at exactly the right time. There is one real concern, and it isn't about Boozer, it's about the rest of the roster. If Ja Morant is traded, Memphis loses its primary creator, and Boozer, for all his gifts, is a forward, not a lead guard. So they'll still need to find the engine, the guard who gets everyone easy shots. Boozer makes that future guard's life easier, but he can't be that guy himself. The cornerstone is in place, the backcourt is the next puzzle. Here's the realistic development path. Year 1, he steps in immediately as the starting power forward and one of the best rookies in the class on a team that's still bottoming out. By year 3, he's an all-star level hub, the centerpiece the rebuild is organized around as those picks turn into players. And by year 5, the ceiling is an all-NBA forward, leading a team back to relevance. The floor makes this safe, the timeline makes it perfect. So grade the fit. Memphis had a literal hole at power forward, a rebuild timeline that suits a 19-year-old, and a desperate need for a safe foundation. Boozer answers all three, and his shooting fits perfectly next to Edey. There's almost nothing to nitpick about the fit itself. This is the cleanest player and team match of the draft so far, a near perfect landing for both sides. Where could I be wrong? If Boozer's athleticism really does cap him, Memphis got a very good starter instead of a superstar, and a rebuild usually wants a superstar with the third pick. And if the Ja trade brings back the wrong pieces, the roster around Boozer could stay messy for a while. But the fit of this specific player on this specific team is hard to argue. The right position, the right timeline, and the safest bet on the board. So that's the fit. A team tearing it down found the safest, most polished prospect in the draft to build back around at the exact position they just opened up. Now they need a guard to pair with him. So tell me, is Cameron Boozer a future all-star or just a really good starter? And whose fit should I break down next? Drop it below. And we are so close to 1,000 subs, so subscribe to stay up to date.